Hello, you're listening to Count Richard von Coudenhove kalergi. Today is Friday, the 30th of November, and here's a couple of comments since my last video. It's been quite an interesting week with the torching there of the Direct Provisions Centre in Moville and Simon Coveney over in the Goat Grill there. So this week I just thought I'd put a comments together regarding the Global Compact for Migration. It's 10 days to the signing of both the Marrakesh and the Global Compact for Migration. More and more countries, especially Europeans, have refused to sign it. Those countries have realised that they, not Asia, are in the firing line of these treaties. So not only does this country have to deal with the bureaucrats of the EU regarding migration, it also has to deal with the bureaucrats of the UN. When US President Trump said that he would not be signing the Global Compact, he said that it would be not in America's interest to sign, citing that it would affect their sovereignty and they had the right to decide who was coming into America and to control their borders. Other countries that have now decided not to sign are Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Austria, Belgium, Israel, Bulgaria, Italy, Switzerland, Estonia, Slovenia, Croatia, Lithuania, Latvia, Serbia and Romania. And interestingly enough, the Romanian foreign minister, when he heard that his government was not signing it, resigned his position. This 34-page document is designed to make migration a human right and makes no distinction between asylum seeker, economic migrant, illegal migrant, merging them into one word, migrant. It also states that it seeks to reduce the risks and vulnerabilities migrants face at different stages of migration by protecting, respecting their human rights and providing them with care and assistance while travelling. It also states that migration has to be promoted, protected and enabled. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Jean-Claude Juncker said there can be no democratic choice against European treaties. And Guy Verhofstadt, ranting in the European Parliament, said what's wrong with these countries not wanting to hand over more sovereignty to the EU? Just who do these people think they are? The pact also has 23 recommendations, including that countries must establish open and accessible information points along relevant migration routes and make all relevant information on human rights and fundamentalist freedoms available in a language and format of their choice. After arrival, governments are obliged to provide gender-responsive child-sensitive legal guarantees on their rights and obligations, access to work and residence permits and basic services. And migrants must also be empowered to realise full inclusion and social cohesion, including the promotion of mutual respect of the culture, traditions and customs. Policy goals must also include family reunification, education, non-discrimination and health should be developed. The pact also recognises that societies are undergoing demographic, economic, social, environmental changes at different stages as a result from migration. However, it also states that it intends to punish countries that don't agree, stating that its vision and principles must dispel misleading narratives that generate negative perceptions on migration and migrants, and to eliminate discrimination by promoting independent, objective and quality reporting of media outlets by sensitising and educating media professionals on migration-related issues and terminologies, and stopping allocating of public funding to media outlets that promote intolerance, xenophobia, racism and other forms of discrimination towards migrants. You're going to love this bit. In full respect of freedom of the press. How about that for a good one? So basically that means we'll tell the media what to write, fund those that will listen and stop funding those that don't. And yet at any stage where countries asked, do they want to be invaded by a majority of men of fighting age? Where is the discussion? Where are you journalists out there? Why are you not discussing this? Why are you not addressing the problems that this already overburdened country is facing, especially regarding housing, hospitals and homeless Irish, and the implications of this Irish government signing this. After all, you journalists, are you also not in the firing line as well? I heard today that a protest march has been organised in Sweden for the next Tuesday. Wouldn't it be great if the same thing happened in other European countries, especially Ireland, to send a message to our leaders that this is not in our name, an act of solidarity throughout the European Union, that the union of its citizens, of individual nations, not a union of bureaucrats, self-serving, ambitious and ego and image focused politicians. This is our Europe, our countries, and not some sort of social experiment to be played out over the generations, manipulating and sculpted into an unknown tyranny. When the government acts beyond the interests of its citizens, it is the duty of its citizens to guide the government back on its tracks. Its course, we the citizens, are the conscience of the government. They're just a couple of thoughts on my day. I noticed I have a couple of new subscribers. Thanks very much for subscribing. My thoughts are my own, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.